Everybody loves a celebration, and then when you add puzzles to it, it's even more fun. But one day, January 29th, is not enough time, I would think, to do some puzzling, especially since that holiday landed on a Monday. So I thought, why not extend the celebration into the weekend? And that's what I did this past weekend. I focused on puzzles, and let's take a look now to see what I got done. Hi, I'm Sandra, the Puzzling Canadian, and welcome to my channel. January 29th was National Puzzle Day, and I hope all of you had the opportunity to work on some puzzles. It's a little odd, it landed on a Monday, so I know many of us were busy and probably maybe didn't have too much time. And I was thinking, like, why not make it extended into the weekend? I know some people who sometimes when they have a birthday celebration, they make it a birthday week, they make it a birthday weekend. So why not do that for National Puzzle Day? And that's what I did. I spent the weekend focusing on puzzles. Now, I didn't end up doing a marathon of puzzles. I don't think I can sit for that long. After a while, my back starts to get sore. But I did make sure that whenever I had the opportunity, I was working on a puzzle, and I tried to get done as many as possible. So now let's take a look to see what puzzles I worked on during that weekend and how many I ended up getting accomplished. First up for the celebration weekend is this 1,500 piece puzzle. Now, this is a puzzle that I have already been working on for about a week and a half. So I wanted to finish it off starting this weekend. So it is a art puzzle, and it's called Brooklyn by Terrace. The artist is David McLean, one of my favorite artists. And I just really like this image. I normally don't do a nighttime image, but it was very pretty, had many different elements, so I wanted to give it a try. I ended up, I think, purchasing this at Game and Hobby Zone. They carried a lot of art puzzles. Sometimes it's hard to find here in Canada, and they carried it, but unfortunately Game and Hobby Zone in Toronto is now closed. But if you can get your hands on these puzzles, I really do like Art Puzzle. It's a Turkish brand, and they have a lot of great images, and I love their pieces. So I started working on this one, and as you can see here, the bridge was the trickiest part for me. It is taking me a long time to complete. I kept on trying some pieces. You know, they all looked the same because it's a bridge with lights on it, and all those pieces look the same. So I just kept trial and error until I ended up getting it done. But in the end, it's a gorgeous image. I really liked it, and I enjoyed completing this one. So next up, I wanted to work on a 500-piece puzzle and give it a go at speed puzzling. So the puzzle that I selected was a Schmid puzzle called Flamingos, and it's 500 pieces. Now, it's a lovely image. I really do like it, but once I started flipping all the pieces and trying to assemble it, at a certain point I said, what was I thinking? Because all those florals and similar colors, all there was shades of pink, shades of purple, and a little bit of green. The blue water and sky wasn't too bad, but man, this just gave me such a hard time. It's not the ideal puzzle to speed puzzle, at least for me. I know for some people they probably would have gotten through this really quickly. What I struggle with, as you could see there, I have taped off my table to provide the dimensions of what space is usually available for speed puzzling, because I struggle with that. I struggle with having all the pieces around me and trying to find the space to put everything together. So my eyes sometimes don't know where to wander and to look because there's pieces everywhere. So this is something I need to work on. At a certain point, I just realized there was no way I was going to have a good timing for this. So I just did my best to try to stay focused and try to keep moving along and finding pieces that will end up fitting, in the puzzle. So it was a big struggle. And I stopped after the 1.5 mark, took a break, had some stuff I had to do, and then I came back at it. And I did have the timer going, and I stopped. I thought I stopped it, but I didn't. I looked over at the time, and I think the time was something like 2 hours and 30 minutes or 40 minutes. It was not good at all. But these type of busy puzzles I need to work on. And if you take a closer look, at the pieces. There's just so much detail on the pieces, and you think they fit in one section, but they don't fit in that section because there's a lot of florals on the outside. So these type of puzzles that are very busy and the pieces have a lot of detail, I really have to work on these. I think that is what I struggle with most. But overall, when the puzzle was done, it is a lovely puzzle. I have done Schmid puzzles. I really do like their brand. Their quality is very good. So I do like it. And I just wish it wasn't so hard. I guess if I was just puzzling it at a leisurely pace, it wouldn't be too bad. But overall, I liked it. I like the image, but not a puzzle for speed puzzling, at least not for me. Now, after that last puzzle, I decided that I'm going to select something that is a little less busy. So I picked out this Ravensburger puzzle, 1,000 pieces, called Fourth Bridge at Sunset. And it is a Dominic Davidson puzzle, and you can't go wrong with the Dominic Davidson puzzle. It's one of my favorite artists, and I just love his images. In this particular one, the sky. That is what drew me to this image, is the sky. And in many of his other images, you will see a sky like this. So I thought it was pretty, wanted to work on it. It is a puzzle that is designed for the UK. I ended up getting this in a trade, so I was fortunate there because these are very difficult to find here in Canada. But it was a great puzzle to do because everything was sectioned off. I started with the sky, and then you have the houses on the other side, you have the road, the cars. So a lot of sections that are easy to distinguish. And of course, once you got to the bridge, that was the hardest part because it is all red and you have red lines going up and down. So sometimes it was very difficult to figure out which pieces went where, but overall it wasn't so bad. It was a really relaxing, enjoyable puzzle to do. And I had a good time putting that one together, and it went together pretty quickly. I worked on that one on Sunday, and it was very enjoyable. On National Puzzle Day, I pulled out this puzzle right here. It's a Eurographic puzzle, 1,000 pieces, called VW Gone Places. Now, this one has been in my puzzle pile for a very long time, since 2021, probably early 2021, since the pandemic. And I am just happy I got that on the puzzle table right now. It's always nice to do these type of grid puzzles. They sort of come together nicely. When I initially started sorting the pieces, I started trying to sort the pieces according to each section, but it was just taking too long. So then I decided to put them into colors, blues, greens, pinks, whites, and it made it a lot easier. Now these pieces here are all the same shape. Eurographic puzzles in Canada, that's how most of them come. I know the Eurographic puzzles in Europe sometimes are random pieces. And not all puzzlers like having all the shapes the same. I don't mind, I don't do it often, but it's not too bad, especially on a puzzle like this with a lot of detail. It's quite easy. So I was having a good time putting this one together, though unfortunately I got to the evening and I didn't have any more time to work on it. So this puzzle is still on my table, and I'll need to finish it off over the next couple of days.
So there you have it. Those are the puzzles that I got done this past weekend. Now, I thought I would probably get done more, but I'm always like that. I always pull out these puzzles thinking I can get more done, but interruptions occur or I need to take some breaks, and I don't get as much assembled as I had hoped to. But I am very happy with what I had gotten done. Usually on an average weekend, I work on one puzzle, usually about 1,000 pieces. So the fact that I got that many completed, I'm very happy, and I had a fun time doing it. So now let me know what you did to celebrate National Puzzle Day. Did you work on a puzzle with your family, just yourself? Maybe you got together with friends and there was a puzzle fest somewhere. I know there was a lot of speed puzzling competitions, so maybe you participated in one of those. So let me know what you did to celebrate National Puzzle Day. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please tap that like button. And if you haven't had the chance to do so, kindly subscribe. I think I'm gonna go and try to finish that puzzle that's on my table, see if I can get it done today or hopefully by tomorrow. Until next time, happy puzzling.